Hi, Madison.
Hi.
Thanks for coming. This
Thanks
is
for
Madison Subry Gardner.
You got it. It's a mouthful.
Yes. From Brim Interiors.
Yes.
And Remax Northwest.
You got it.
And you are my interior designer for the new house that we're building in Winter Park.
That we're very excited about.
So this is how you and I have come to be much closer.
Much closer. Nothing like making a million decisions makes you real tight.
That's right. So welcome to At the Kitchen Table.
Thank you for having
This is
me.
my podcast where we guide, inspire, and connect entrepreneurs, but also where I just bring my favorite people around and talk to them. So that's why
What
you're
an
here
honor to be labeled that.
Yes. So, okay, whenever we're together, I feel like you and I flow super easy. You're a very warm person and you have an incredible eye. You're very talented.
Thank you. That's so nice.
Do you know how talented you are?
I just am a nose to the ground, just keep working. Which
Ryan
is your
Parle
personality.
Might fight me on this.
True. Yeah. No, I feel like me and you, whenever we're together, we energize each other. Yeah. That's our personality. I always walk away and I'm like, that was so great. This was so fun, which it's not always like that sometimes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Sometimes I feel like with clients, you have to guide more and kind of build that trust. But I feel like we kind of naturally had that trust.
Well, and that's also sort of professionalism and reciprocity too.
True.
I trust you that you know what you're doing.
True.
And I just tell you what I like and then you execute.
Yep.
So back up. So you are, you're born into a real estate family.
Mm-hmm.
So you should tell me about that and then how that led you into your design business, although I suspect that you were talented and that was a natural place for you to be. But you can tell me how you came up. Tell me about your real estate family and then tell me about how you came into your business.
Yeah. Growing up, so my mom started in real estate when I was 7 and she just was a knockout from the beginning.
Your mom's a knockout.
She is.
Your mom's Pam Subry,
yes.
Remax Northwest.
Yes. And she started because my dad's sister was the managing broker.
This is your Aunt Teresa.
This is my Aunt Teresa.
Yeah.
She was the managing broker of Remax Northwest. And so she got my mom was doing divorce work, miserable. And she wanted a change, wanted the flexibility.
When you say doing divorce work, was she an attorney?
She was a paralegal.
Paralegal, got it.
Mm-hmm. And so what a different swing of clients being grateful and happy and, she just loved it from the minute she started.
I talk about this all the time, actually. I think the benefit of working in residential real estate is half the clients are doing something happy and half the clients are doing something sad and hard.
Yeah.
And so actually the variety of the business is a lot of fun.
True.
In that way that it's not all death, it's not all divorce, it's not all, hard.
Yeah.
Job loss.
True.
It's half of that. And then the other half is babies, marriage.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of fun in the business.
Yeah.
There's a variety in the business. So I could see how working in an industry where it's doom and gloom all the time could get really old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that helped. I think that helped her just, she started off swinging and, I don't know, about 10 years after she started, maybe 8, my dad joined her. He was in corporate America. It's a funny dynamic. We're a super tight-knit family.
Yeah.
Very tight. My sister works for my parents as well, so and us, she does all of our marketing, our back end. And my dad, coming from corporate world, was like, we have meetings, we have blah, blah, blah. And my mom's like, I have Post-it notes and I work for myself. And she and she's a boss, but she had her own system. Yeah. And so he kind of came in and flipped that upside down to make it a even more wild success.
Run the business like a business.
Run the business like a business. He knew how to do that. And
you're born of both of that, right? You have a little of this business acumen and a little of the free-spiritedness of an entrepreneur, right?
Yes, okay. Yes. Which is fun. So I went to CSU. I got my degree in real estate and interior design.
Did you get an interior design degree up there?
I got a certificate. So
I actually went through the ID program up there.
You did?
I have a merchandising degree from CSU.
No way.
No way. Maybe that's why we like each other so much.
So crazy.
I mean, God knows what was I going to do with a fashion degree?
That's funny. Okay. Yes. And their program, I mean, I feel like the design program, you know, is very like, this is how symmetry works. This is how circles, and I didn't love that.
Oh, well, sure. But that's like college courses 101. I remember taking a color class where it was like yellow makes you irritated.
Yes.
Do you remember this color class at CSU?
Yes. Don't ever put yellow in a
Purple
baby's
is
nursery.
royalty. Yeah, that's right. That's why hospitals are blue and green. And
yes.
But I learned some design basics there. It's helped me in my real estate career ever so slightly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get a design certificate.
I did, and then I did not want to work with my parents right away. I wanted to do my own thing, and so my personality is very go-getter. That's just how I am.
Yeah, striver.
And I always need a project. I always need something to be like working towards. And so when I was in school, I actually worked at the group real estate just at their front desk.
Which I love Larry Kendall.
Love Larry.
I love the group. I mean, he's one of my lifetime's mentors.
I mean, if you're a realtor and you've never taken ninja selling, like go do that. That
100%.
It's so awesome. And actually, just as a person, if you're in sales, the mindset, like that piece of the sales training of just how powerful your mindset is amazing.
So what a great place for you to land. Okay. In Fort
And
Collins.
Larry actually was one of my professors. So, which was really cool. He kind of took me under his wing and he was like, hey, there's this builder. I was maybe thinking, I graduated in 3 years. I graduated a year early because I just knew what I wanted to do.
Because you're a striver. Go on.
And I was like, well, maybe I'll go get my MBA. I don't know. And I had Larry and then Eric Holsapple, who owns LC Homes. He was one of my professors. They were both like, no. You're not going to get your MBA. That is stupid.
Like literally
just money. Straight up told me that is stupid. You need to go into real estate. You'll make 6 figures your first year. Go into real estate. Don't
bother with the masters. Don't bother
with the MBA. And so I was like, okay. And they're like, you can always go back, but you know. So he connected me with my first job, which was so amazing and such a blessing in so many ways. With Hartford Homes in Northern Colorado. And so I was on-site sales, new home, new construction.
Nothing like cutting your teeth in a dark sales trailer in the middle of winter, huh?
Nothing like it.
Yeah.
Yep. I started selling patio homes. You know, the like grouchy 70-year-old man would come in and be like, hey, 21-year-old, you don't know shit. You know,
well,
like you don't know anything.
Shit, but also, you were like, well, you're me.
Yeah. So they gave really good construction training, and so I would always, surprise them by being able to like talk the lingo and be like, oh, okay, maybe you like know a little more than I thought you did. But I just figured out really quick that I really loved selling.
Wait, the note there is providing competence and leveling up and demonstrating like that grit and tenacity to speak their language out of the stereotypical young, not conscientious, whatever, dingy thing they had, the box they put you in, to actually show up competent there. That's the win, right? That's actually, those are the things that shift people's career. Like if you're 21 and people think you're dingy and you show up dingy, then you lose credibility immediately.
Yeah.
But if you're 21 and you're competent and you show up competent, then you gain credibility so fast. It's the momentum. It's the slope in this business that throws like the trajectory. So don't miss that part of it, right?
Thank you. Yeah. No, I felt that. And it was cool because I had a lot of great mentors that were like, this is what you need to know. This is how, this is how you look competent and actually are competent, not just look competent, And so
sometimes we fake it till we make it when we're young, but then eventually you got it.
You figure it out. Yeah. Enough people coming in and talk about learning how to have a backbone. Like I tell my interior design clients now all the time, like, you're not going to hurt my feelings. You're not going to hurt my feelings by telling me no, you don't like something, you're just not. Because that job, you have people walking in that you're, trying to sell a house to all the time that tell you no. And you spent 3 hours with them and they tell you no. Or you spent 4 appointments with them and they tell you no.
They talk about this, the no. early in your career is as powerful as the yes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for sure. There's so much learning in that, I think. And knowing that sometimes it's not about you. Like I had a crazy first client that she had major trauma that had just happened with her husband. And I was just like, why is this taking so long for her to buy? Like, this is perfect for her. Why wouldn't she just pull the trigger and buy it? And then I come to find out, you know, there was just all this, it had nothing to do with me, had nothing to do with me. And so I think that was a really good lesson to learn really early. But it was a small builder. I worked there for 7 years. I brought on, I think, 6 friends to the company.
Yeah. You're like, follow me.
Recruited. Yeah. And because it was a small builder, because it is a small builder, design was in-house. So I got to do both parts, which was really cool coming out of school and like getting to use both parts of my degree. And I loved design. I loved real estate from early on. My mom would just bring me to appointments with her. She was so great at like fanning the flame and giving me confidence. I think that that is something that we miss with our kids now, being a mom myself, and like when they have interests, to really lean into that and let them explore. Like I would sit and sketch. Like I'd be like, Mom, give me a client that's like a little girl that wants a princess room. And I would sit there and sketch. And I'm a horrible drawer. I can't draw to save my life today.
Oh, but, thank God for AI.
But yeah, now thank goodness you don't really need to. But I just loved it from early on. And she would bring me to appointments. When they did new build, she would bring me along and I got to help pick selections. And so I feel like I had this passion, and now how I feel about my job is that it's like a true calling. I really feel that way.
Yeah, you're very good at it. What do you think some of the, just general homeowners are funny about their houses. I think most people don't have a good eye. Most people know they don't have a good eye.
True.
So if for the sake of this conversation, there were a couple of things that people could do in their homes to improve the way they both feel and live, do you have like the down and dirty 101 design hack tips?
There are so many things, but like a quick list is paint is your best friend. Paint can go so far.
Yes, but people think they should paint the living room yellow and the bedroom purple and the boys' room blue and the girls' room pink, and then their house is a circus.
Yeah.
On accident.
Please don't do that. Right now, we are seeing a huge shift in kind of so how Colorado works. We really dig into like traditional and really try to not follow the trends. The trends kind of start on the coast and then they work their way into Colorado. So we really we're the holdouts. But two-tone paint is gone. Paint your walls and your trim the same color, or paint your trim darker than your walls. That's like an easy quick refresh is doing a soft white paint on all your walls and your trim. And that trend in, I think, Colorado, people will start seeing now. I just had a couple buyers this year who bought a house that wasn't old, 2017 in Arvada, and they both did paint just because it was like a beige and a white trim, and they changed it to just one of them did all white and the other did white and then like a grayish beige trim, and it totally transformed the way the house looked.
Of course.
I mean, it just transforms. So when people fight me on this conversation, look at Pinterest, and any Pinterest that you save most likely has soft white walls. Like that is the trend right now, is very soft white and matching trim. Yeah. So that's number one. Number one is paint. Paint can just go so far.
Relatively inexpensive, relatively easy to apply.
Yes. And pick neutrals. You can pick colors, but lean neutral.
What's your favorite white Sherwin-Williams paint color?
Alabaster.
There you go. There's your tip of the day. But
don't paint it with bright white trim because it will look yellow. You have to have the trim and the walls the same color.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then scale is a big one. People miss scale stuff so often. Like
that's professionalism though. Like you've just tipped into the you say scale to me and I'm like, I'm gone.
That is true. I do think that is true. I think that is something that you kind of have to be trained on, like knowing how big a room is, how big the sofa should be, how big the coffee table should be. But we live in a day and age where you can, this is the the tipping point of hiring somebody and using your resources that you have. Pinterest does not execute for you.
No.
Newsflash.
And I get into analysis paralysis.
Yeah.
I get in there and I'm like, pretty pin.
Yeah.
Pin. It's totally stuck again.
Yeah. But it can give you a good idea of like, oh, I have a 18 by 20 room. What size rug should I use? Like you kind of find stuff like that. So what are other easy tips that homeowners can apply? I would say that when in doubt, pick neutral. Stop buying furniture sets.
Oh, like the matching pillows with the matching chair with like the...
And like the dresser is the same as the nightstands, is the same as the bed.
Oh, that's out. Okay.
No.
Out. Got it.
Or the dining room table and the dining room chairs all come in the package together.
They still sell them to us that way. I mean, some of us just are afraid to buy an oval table with a middle base with like mod chairs or something.
It's an easy button. It's for sure an easy button, but it's definitely something that makes your house look. It doesn't feel warm. It doesn't feel curated.
It makes it feel like American Furniture Warehouse or Furniture Row or whatever. Yeah.
You got it. Yeah. And it's actually not that hard. Again, just finding a picture that you like and saying like, okay, this is a warm wood table and these are black chairs. Okay. They're pretty simple black chairs.
Wait, you're saying people can mix wood, Madison?
Yes, they can.
Okay. I mean,
All the time.
People are constantly trying to match their woods, right?
Yes. Yeah, you don't have to do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Excellent.
Mm-hmm. You have to match tones, but you do not have to match woods. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so paint, scale.
Yeah. Furniture sets, don't buy them.
No
please,
furniture
for
sets. Great. Good tip of the day. For the love.
For the love. And then I think the biggest thing, which is hard for homeowners, but if you're going to if you want to refresh a room, refresh the whole room and really like pick things that are going to go together. Because where people get in trouble, and of course this is just part of like living life of, your husband had a sectional that he's not going to get rid of, or the recliner that he cannot part with.
Yeah, this is a common, we hear that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had a pretty tufted sofa from college and you're trying to like mix these and it doesn't work and it doesn't feel, it just doesn't, it falls flat.
So the battle of the sexes should give it up. Like whoever is going to take the lead on the project the other person should just let it go.
Just get rid of the ugly recliner,
because
please.
I know men who have much better eyes than their wives, and I know women who have much better eyes than their husbands. And honestly, like somebody should just pick the power and go with it in the house, right?
Agreed. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody has to take the lead and do a room at a time. So do a room at a time and pick everything instead of one thing one year and then you do a new pillows and then you decide you're going to update the sofa and then you're going to do the coffee table later. If you can try
to do it all in one
swoop. Room at a time and really pick things with intention that go together, that's huge. And then the other thing I will say that people always miss, and if you walk into any model, you'll be like, oh, they all have this, is curtains that go from as tall as you can get to the ceiling and just kind of skirt the floor.
Not laying on the floor?
Not
6 inches above the floor?
No high risers, please.
Okay. Oh, what did we call those pants?
Yeah.
High waters.
High waters. High risers. High waters. Yeah. No high water curtains. But add curtains, add Roman shades, add to your windows, because when I walk into a room and it doesn't have that, you lack a lot of texture. You lack a lot of warmth. Mm-hmm. Another easy swap is changing your light bulbs out to soft instead of bright white. Yes. And add lamps. It's like lamp o'clock. I don't know if you've heard of that, but like as the sun goes down and you turn on all your lamps. Oh yeah, it's like good for your nervous system.
Oh, is it? Mm-hmm. Okay, well we should find some brain scientists to tell us about that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
those are some good tips.
Yeah.
I'm curious if you can just pop this little tidbit in too, is you have young children.
Yes.
I have young children. They terrorize my house. Do you slap their hands when they touch your accessories? No, I'm just kidding. So is there like some tips for people who have children or grandchildren who want to design something beautiful but are afraid of like white chairs or breakable accessories? Like what are some of the family-friendly things that you see or that you're able to design within?
I think the biggest mistake that people make, and I'm coming at this from, I have 3 kids under 4.5, so I am in it. I know. But people will say, well, I'm not going to spend money right now. My kids destroy everything. I hear that all the time. And from firsthand of getting to try a lot of different products because of the business that I'm in, I will tell you that it is so worth spending money, especially on upholstery that is nice, that is stain resistant, that is like Krypton is a great fabric. Crate and Barrel has a fabric that, like, I mean, the kids have knocked my coffee over on the sofa more times than I'd like to admit.
And it cleans up well.
And it cleans up amazing. So I think that is a big misconception is, oh, well, I'm not going to spend money on my house. I have young kids.
Maybe, in fact, that's the reason to spend money, is that a little bit nicer stuff cleans up a little bit better.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's interesting.
A lot better. I mean, I would say a lot better. And it just performs a lot better. Like we have a chair in our house that is not an expensive chair. And it is the worst performing thing I own in my house.
Sure.
It peels, whatever you want to call it.
I think it's pill. Is
pills,
it pill?
Pills,
Peel?
peels, pile. I should know that. Anyway, it does that. It has no stain. Like you can't get anything off of it.
Yeah.
And then it's a waste of money. Like you still spent $300 or $400 on this chair, $500. I don't know what I spent on this chair. I should have just spent a little bit more and gotten performance fabric.
Sure.
I think that there is also a way, I would say this is more of a parenting thing than anything else, but I want to enjoy, again, I keep going back to this, but enjoy how my house feels. Like at the end of the day, we're spending, me and my husband are spending
all of your time there.
Yeah, and all of this money on this house, right?
Yeah.
And so I know you see this too. You walk into people's houses and like the kids have full reign over every space.
Yeah.
Give dedicated spaces for their toys, for their stuff, and really try to keep that, to honor that space, and then to be able to have your living room stay nice. Mm-hmm. Kids can learn. I have two-year-old boys. They know to not touch my lamp on the back of the console. They know not to touch the candle. Have we had a candle get ruined because they've picked at it? You sure have. And they have, had to go into timeout. And there's lessons. I'm not somebody who runs around our house, don't touch that. But they've learned from a very young age, like, this is mommy's stuff, you don't touch it. And I think there's something to be said about that, of we go over to Miss Amanda's house, we go over to Miss Stephanie's house. You don't have full reign. Let's be clear. You can't destroy their stuff. Like they need to learn some boundaries. So I feel like that is a big deal of just teaching them from a young age that there are certain things that are off limits. Yeah. And then having a dedicated space, I think, is important. If you can have a dedicated space for them, I think that is crucial to containing the chaos a little bit. Yeah.
Talk to me about where you think the future of the business goes in terms of people wanting the whole transaction dealt with for them, because I feel like that is something that's happening in the industry right now, where particularly somebody like your mom, they have a trusted real estate advisor. She's good at giving them real estate advice. And then she comes alongside them to get their house ready. Sometimes that's project management, painting, carpet. We do a lot of this in the business, making sure light bulbs are up, that faucet fixtures are working, things like that. So you do this sort of real estate consultation, this project management is what we call it in our life, which is getting the house ready for the market. Yep. And a lot of clients do their own project management before they call me, but lots don't. Yep. And then there's obviously the prepping the listing part of this, which is where somebody like you steps alongside your mom and does either a walk and talk with the client, some kind of like consultation for them. Sure. And then that can go one of two ways, which is either really staging the house with their furniture, just making it work with what they've got. Yep. Or bringing housefuls of furniture in, or backfilling some of their house with accessories or things like that. Yep. To doing an entire house redesign and then post-closing, picking floors, picking carpet. So like I see how this whole thing, once they move, they need, furniture purchase, they need flooring, they need new window coverings. And then sometimes people choose to build a house, et cetera. So like, I do think that you have this very smart business where you have this broad ability to do this whole thing. And I think the real estate business is going that direction, that it is more of an umbrella process for people. They want kind of one-stop shop.
Yep.
And I do think that's where the industry is going, that people want me to be able to have a resource like you to come alongside.
Yep.
And do their design needs while I'm in the middle of this expensive and unique transaction.
It's such a service, right? It's such a service that we provide that, and it is my dream for the business to be. We've had several clients where they come to us and either they want to buy something that they want to renovate and they just don't know what that process looks like. Mm-hmm. Or they are buying a new construction. I've had this happen quite a bit where we help them with a new construction piece. We help them find the house. We help them envision what it can be because, to be honest, we both know a lot of the tract homes that you can buy here are not
pretty,
not so exciting.
Yeah.
And so how can we make that? And people don't have that vision all the time. And so when I step in and I'm showing them a house, I can say, hey, I know this kitchen isn't that exciting, but we could do this, this, and this. I think it'll cost this, and we can make it fabulous. Yeah. Like we can really see the potential of making this house awesome. Or we aren't going to pick this with the builder. We aren't going to pick with this with the builder. We're not going to put something on the fireplace. We're going to leave the fireplace blank so that we can pick a custom stone to really make the fireplace amazing. Yes. So offering that A to Z real estate and interior design, being able to show the property to somebody, like I can go out and show you a house that you see all the potential in the land, but you can't really figure out how the house is going to work for your family. And I can help guide that client to say, well, we could do this, this, and this, and this house could really work for you.
Yeah. It is such a service.
Couldn't, right? Like there are, we have those candid conversations of this house has great potential versus this house doesn't. Mm-hmm. This is a really good investment versus this is really not. Mm-hmm. And I think coming from a real estate background, I feel so empowered to be able to share with clients when they say they want to spend $30,000 on a range, but we're in like a $1.2 million house. Nobody else is going to pay for that range. So if you call us and you want us to sell this house in 3 years, I just want you to know that
you've overspent on the range.
Nobody else is going to see the value in this.
That's right.
At this price point. Yeah. That's just that's great. If you want it, that's fine. But you need to understand that you're not getting the ROI back on that.
Right, because a $1.2 million buyer just wants to make mac and cheese. Or whatever. Right. Like they don't need some high-end chef's kitchen something. Sure. Or maybe they do, but for the most of us, I'm just making boiling noodles a lot.
Right, a lot of boiling noodles.
Just boiling a lot of noodles.
I'm using my small little oven for chicken tenders.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I think that's where we can like really guide them. And that's really where I see our business going, as a kind of boutique niche of people are coming to me because we can take them from A to Z to actually buying the house, but making it the dream, the Pinterest boards that they have, like really taking them all the way.
The other thing I learned about Pinterest is those are $8 million houses.
They are.
Okay.
Yes. And again, Pinterest doesn't execute for you. It does not actually figure out the light with the chairs that looks good. And it does. It's fun, but it doesn't execute.
The other thing that people struggle with is style. Like if you said to me, do you have a modern style, a traditional style, and I couldn't even articulate any more than that. I don't even know what these styles are. But the point is I always mess it up. I get like a chair that has like a mod leg with like a traditional table or something like this, where the next thing you know, you're like, I liked that piece and I liked that piece, but they don't go together. Mm-hmm. And so there's an art in that too, which is like, that's where I just think you need somebody who's got a good eye to be like, nah, that's not going to work.
Yeah. And I think people will go to RH, our house, Crate and Barrel and they'll pick everything from that store. And like, that's a mistake too. You're not getting, and this is where you step over the line of needing a designer. And when you're doing a full house, like we're doing with you, that's why you have somebody that is there and to tell you like, I get that you love this piece.
Yeah. And it's going to look terrible in your living room. So no, Madison never said that to me, but like that kind of, right?
No, but that's not the direction that we're taking your house. We're, you know, and we've had a lot of conversations of like, what do you like? What feels good to you? Because here's the deal. At the end of the day, the bottom line is the house has to feel good. The house has to feel good. That's what everybody's striving for. They want to walk in their home and they want it to feel peaceful. They want to feel happy. They don't want to feel like they see a million to-do projects. They don't want to walk in and be like, I hate this room. I don't want to spend time in this room. It doesn't feel good. Like that at its essence is my job. And I love that part. I love people telling me like, I think this room is so amazing. I just want to spend all my time in this space because I love it. Yeah. And so figuring out what somebody really loves, what their style is. And then we have a brand, you know, we have a distinct look. And I think that our clients that hire us will look at our Instagram, our portfolio, our website and say, oh, I really love this. Or I don't, and that's fine, then we're not the designer for you. And I have that conversation with people all the time. Like, if you love turquoise, I'm not your girl.
Right, because I'm not going to put it in your house.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So.
You know what's interesting? My whole life, I was like, the designers are so expensive. Although, to be fair, the one time I tried to hire a designer in my master bedroom, she brought me back these gold, black, and yellow tiger sheets.
Oh no.
And I remember being like, get out. Like, you don't know me at all. You know, like she just had these like literally tiger sheets. And I was like, okay, that's a no. And I was scorned from it. And so, I couldn't even remember. I don't know her name. I wouldn't say it out loud even if I did, but I just remember being like, the tiger sheets have got to go.
It's just, we're not
speaking the same language here. So your point is received, right? Well, like find somebody who speaks your language. Yeah. And then also it cost me way more money.
Thank you.
Actually.
For real.
For a lifetime of mispurchases.
Yes.
I spent an entire lifetime buying shit that didn't go together, stuff that is dated quickly, that was cheap. I spent a lifetime choosing the wrong colors, wasting my husband's time painting a room twice.
I love you. Can you just be my spokesperson?
I think we captured it on camera. But the point is that I spent my entire life, now that I'm in a more matriarchal place in my life, I spent my whole youth thinking I was going to be able to do this myself.
Yeah.
And I failed because I'm not good at it. And so I spent way more money getting it wrong than I would have had I just had a designer take it and do it right one time.
Yeah. And I think here's the deal. Even if you would like to say you are good at it, which, you know, some people have a natural talent for it, it's another job, especially if you're building a custom home. It is another job to source, order, track,
put together,
pick every single detail. There is so much that goes into selections and picking everything. And I think one of the big things, especially in Colorado, there are other places that if you're building custom, you're hiring a designer, like no brainer. That's what you're doing. In Colorado, we see a lot of people build customs without a designer. And it's a shame because they spend all this money and then they miss the boat on the execution. And so you're paying somebody so that you don't make a $40,000 mistake on your floors. Yeah. Because I do that every day. I see the stuff that works. I see the stuff that's warrantable. I see the stuff that has longevity, you know, and I could say, hey, Amanda, I know that you really like the sofa, but the fabric's not good. And
it's not going to hold up for you. And the manufacturer sucks and they won't warranty it.
Right.
Yeah.
But you don't have that knowledge, nor would anybody
Nor do I want to learn it
expect,
right now.
Right, you to have that.
That's
so
right.
that's why you're paying somebody to help you with that and save you money on stuff that could be big mistakes.
You have Marie Bowman at Bowman Designs in Siesta Key, Florida to thank for my capturing you into my universe and bringing you up to Beaver's Lodge with me, because I bought a beach condo that I couldn't design from afar.
Yeah.
And she taught me to just let it go.
You have to hire somebody.
Because I was so far away.
Yeah.
That was a real gift. Marie Bowman was like, I got it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Just send me some pictures of what you like and I'll take it from here.
Yeah.
And she received all the material into her warehouse.
Yep.
She shipped it all. Crate and Barrel sent a sofa that was damaged. She shipped it back.
Yep.
She received a new couch. She married chairs with the original table. We didn't have to get rid of it. She, put the beds together, removed all of the pink and blue 1992 art from our Siesta Key condo, and was able to seamlessly pull off that project. And whatever money I paid her, it was worth it now.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, I cannot believe I'm stroking this check. And then when it was all done, it was like, well, 1, I couldn't have done that. And 2, I wouldn't have done it near as well. And 3, we ultimately went on to sell that condo. And I think had not for a really well thought out design in there, it wouldn't have sold.
Well, and don't you think, in the market that we're in right now, don't you think that it's very interesting to see what sells fast and that there's still certain things that are getting multiple offers. And usually those are the properties that are
Beautiful.
Beauty
contest and a pricing war.
And so it's interesting. I feel like we're in that market right now, that if you have kept up with your home and you haven't there's so much on the market that was built in the 90s, early 2000s, and then they didn't do anything. They just kept it that way for the last 20 years. And now we're in, a little bit changing environment or a lot changing environment over the last 2 years, that everything, it's not just like everything's flying off the shelves. You have to have the pretty penny. You have to have the house that is different and was taken care of, and staging design makes a huge difference. People think that it changes the feel. That's really the end of the day. It changes how it feels when somebody walks in and it's a well done house. It's staged. It looks like it's been taken care of. It's updated, versus the house that's maybe the same house, but or a similar house, and they didn't, do a couple things. They don't have staging. It doesn't feel the same when somebody walks in.
I heard somebody say 2026 is going to be the year of the renovation, that people are going to update this upcoming year.
We are feeling that very much.
Your phone's ringing? That's good.
Yeah. We are already booking out into the summer, and we are very much feeling that people are, and the calls that we're getting are big scale renovations. People who are spending $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 to redo their homes. And so, which is exciting. It's fun. I think that if you have a 2.8, interest rate, and that you want to stay in the home that you bought 10 years ago, then it makes sense why people are wanting to renovate.
There's an At the Kitchen Table podcast episode with Michelle Beeson, and she talks about the all-in-one product, which is a first deed of trust line of credit. So one of the mechanisms or the levers for which people can do these renovations is to take some of their home's equity to improve their home. That's basically that's a break-even proposition for you. If you're going to use a little bit of money to make the house nice, you're putting it into the right place. You're putting it into an asset. I like homeowners to know, it's okay for you to put a little bit of money into your house. You're going to get that money back wholly. For the most part, you get the money back.
Yeah. And that's why they have the relationship with us in general, is because we can tell them, hey, if you spend this, you're going to get it back. Or don't, or you're not. We can have that candid conversation of, I understand you want to redo your kitchen, but you bought in 2022 and we're at a place in the market. If you tell me you're going to stay for 10 years, great. But if you're telling me you want to sell next year, then maybe sinking $50,000 into your kitchen isn't a wise choice. And it goes the other way too, right? I feel like a lot of people don't know that they can take out an equity line of credit and do renovations. I have that conversation with people quite a bit, that, that's something they can tap into.
And surprisingly, with their local banking relationships, sometimes they can do them without an appraisal.
Yeah.
If you've got a lot of equity in your house, you can put a small line of credit behind your first mortgage to pull some cash off the house to do that. Now, it's not right for everybody. You have to be good at managing your money and whatever. But like those are places where you can take a little bit of cash off the property, spread that money out a little bit to make the house more comfortable. And oftentimes I see people in real estate, I know you see this too, is people put all this money into their house right before they're ready to sell it.
I know. And then they're so sad. They're like, why didn't we do this?
Yeah, it's like you might as well have done it a few years and enjoyed it.
Yes.
And so if you're thinking about it, just put a little bit of money into the house and enjoy it.
Yes. We have that conversation all the time. And my mom jokes, this is not love it or list it. We didn't do all this work so that you can, but
we're not doing the work to stay.
Yeah.
You're still selling. No, I'm just kidding. There's a time and a place for all that, but yeah.
People do say that, like we go in and we say, hey, do this, this is going to get you your money back. If you paint, you're going to see that money 5-fold or 3-fold or whatever that is. What is the ROI of doing some of these projects?
Yeah.
And they end up coming back to us and saying that, why didn't I do this 2 years ago? I should have just put the money in. I should have enjoyed it for a little bit while I lived here. It totally changed how the house felt, et cetera.
Yeah.
So,
well, congratulations to you on all your success. And, just for really taking sort of the best parts of your mom and dad and your business acumen and all of your mentors and really putting yourself on a path for success. I'm super proud of you. I think you're just a lovely, wonderful person and an incredible designer. I highly recommend. 5 stars.
Sweet. You're so sweet.
Don't mess my project up. No, I'm just kidding.
I
but that'll be fun, actually.
Your house, it's going to be so spectacular. I can't wait to.
Well, I'll share it with all of you too.
Yeah, the photos of it are going to be awesome. And thank you for trusting me to do it. I think that it is a big deal hiring somebody and like letting them kind of take on picking all, helping you pick all of the interior finishes and you saying like, this is how I want it to feel and trusting that I'm going to execute on that for you. That's a big deal. So
that's good. Well, for all the reasons we just talked about, it's going to be worth it.
Yes.
And so thank you for coming to the podcast. I feel like we could do this 10 times on 15 different topics. I feel like we could talk about all sorts of things, but for now we'll leave it at design but we'll come back.
Yes,
okay.
I would love to.
Okay, sounds good. Well, all the best to you.
Thank you.
And we'll catch you next time.